Lindani Myeni's friends and family in Hawaii have described the South African rugby player as a warm and gentle spirit who was a loving father. He was shot and killed by police in April, just months after moving to the U.S. with his wife and 2 young children. Our U.S. correspondent William Denselow spoke to family and friends about Myeni and the life he was building in Hawaii.
Honolulu, Hawaii, was the backdrop for a fresh chapter in Lindani Myeni's life. He and his family moved here at the start of the year. His wife Lindsey is a US citizen and has family on the island.
He just blended right in and multi-talented, and so we were looking forward to get to know him better.
Lindsey's relatives, Diane and Alyssa Anderson, first met Lindani in person when he visited Hawaii in 2017. But they were only able to start spending regular time together when Lindani and Lindsey moved to Hawaii in January.
So friendly and funny and talented.
Alyssa was Lindsey's maid of honour, and they talk on a near daily basis. She says Lindsey and Lindani were settling into their new life here.
I know for Lindsey, this feels like one of her homes because she grew up here. And I think Lindani feels that connection of, Hawaii is such a place rooted in culture, and so is South Africa. And I think he could sense that.
Lindsey is now back in South Africa for Lindani's funeral. Friends say this was Lindani and his family's favourite beach on the island. Lindsey would often come here growing up, but after the death of her husband, says she's unsure whether she can ever live in Hawaii again. Lindani was shot and killed by police outside this residence after officers responded to an alleged burglary. His death sparked protests in Honolulu, and the family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. A police investigation is ongoing, but law enforcement officials say the officers' actions were justified. The Myeni family's legal team say they're disappointed by the city's response.
The city has displayed a complete lack of any sort of remorse or regret whatsoever that a human being was killed.
Sayabelo Silachena was introduced to Lindani through mutual friends and says they formed an immediate kinship after he moved to Hawaii. After Lindani's death, Sayabelo set up a GoFundMe page to help support the family. It's raised more than $44,000 so far.
I'm humbled by how much people have been just supportive and empathetic, sympathetic to the situation, to the family.
Lindani had just begun his journey in Hawaii, but those that knew him here say the bonds formed and memories made will last a lifetime. William Denselow, Honolulu, Hawaii.